Are you the kind of girl croissant or pain au chocolat?
I would have said pain au chocolat before,
Oh.
but now I think I'm a croissant person.
Would you have thought being,
so
when
friend.
a little girl that you'd be a castle owner someday?
Probably. I think I
That's a
did.
dream come true.
I think-
What's the emoji you use the most? Can you do it? The one with the tongue out.
That one?
You're hosting a chateau party.
Yes.
Are you gonna invite? Who's gonna be the co-host? Ken or Barbie?
Okay, we're going
I'm
to talk a
teasing
little
you.
bit about this.
Well, Morgan, so
Oui.
welcome. Oh, wow, that's a nice start. Welcome to the show. Thank you for coming all the way to. What's the name of your village, by the way?
Congrier?
Congri. That's like an hour
Something
from Paris, or
No. It's an hour and 35 by train from Rennes.
well, we're jumping right in. Then you went from. I mean, you've done a lot of stuff in your career, and we'll talk about that. So you've been in California, but then you moved from Georgia, if I'm correct.
Atlanta, that's
Atlanta,
right. Yeah, very
right.
good.
I'm following.
Very different. Atlanta's very different than
Oh, I
just
can
Georgia in general.
Well, I can imagine all that. At some point in your career, you've done a lot of stuff, and you've been involved with promoting Barbie stuff, so doing
Right,
commercials
right.
for Mattel and Barbie, and now you're a castle owner. So it seems like completely different part of
Right.
of life. And so, what got you to be a castle owner? Basically, going from Barbie to
Yeah. I mean, there's obviously many steps in between, but I've always had a Fairytale dream princess fantasy, I think, probably from being a little girl. So, and I've always had a
can work with
connection to France in general. But I just dreamed of being a princess myself, and there was no other way to do that than, to buy my own chateau. So
know
I'm
you're a
basically
Chatelaine.
I am a Chatelaine. Yeah, but it's a big leap for sure, a big step from that to that. But I think the through line is the princess piece, right? I did princess commercials for Mattel and for Barbie, the brand specifically,
Would you have thought
and other
being,
so
when
brands.
a little girl that you'd be a castle owner someday?
Probably. I think I did.
That's a dream come true.
I think I did. Yeah. I mean, this has definitely been, I think it might even be like past life or, kind of thing, that I could have been a princess in another life. I don't know. I mean,
Who likes castle anyway?
who
don't
doesn't
like
love a
castle?
castle? Yeah. I mean, I wanted a very specific kind of castle. Tuffeau stone, very ornate, very folly, very
Oh yeah,
detailed.
yours is gorgeous. I mean, showed me the picture. It's gorgeous. Oh, yeah.
Turrets and, yeah.
Turrets. Oh yes. That's,
Everybody needs
I love it.
turrets.
It's so cliche,
Yeah,
but also
yeah.
it's just so gorgeous. It's
Thank
really.
you.
I love it.
GoGo Chateau started as the vlog which would follow my journey of trying to find a chateau in France. So it covers the whole thing. And Le Chevronnet, which is the one that I bought, has 5 acres of park. So that's 2 hectares, right? And then 5 hectares of farmland. So it's 7 hectares,
That's
which
big.
is, I think, 15 acres in the U.S., and 3 outbuildings. So it's monumental task
Oh, yeah.
to oversee it, and certainly to take care of it, maintain it by myself.
That I can imagine. Actually, because we talk about castle, but castle mostly means, I mean, there's other countries where we have castle, but not in the US, so it means France. At what moment did you say, or did you thought, okay, well, I'm happy calling France home?
Oh, I think the first time I came to France was in high school on a trip, as you do, a high school trip, and I fell in love with Paris. And I think if I could have afforded the kind of house I wanted in Paris, I would be here. So it wasn't specifically France, it was more
Okay.
Paris at first, because that was my first introduction to France in general.
Often is. Yeah.
Yeah, often is, right? And so I think that, but I wanted a huge property, and couldn't afford that here. So
Castle in Paris. I mean, there's probably a few.
there are some, but they're mostly hotels and whatnot. Yeah, I
Yeah.
don't have hundreds of millions of dollars to do
That's
that.
it. Yeah, it's probably outwardly pricey.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Out of 100%.
And also, because, I mean, to us, France is big. I know for the US audience, it doesn't look as such, but to us, France is big. And you've done your fair share of road trips in France. So in kilometers, that was like, you told me the 12,000 kilometers, which is probably roughly 7,000 miles or something, that you've toured France. Well, what did I teach you, or what did you find, or, you know?
Sure. I mean, during COVID, whenever it was in lockdown, I mean, everything is like before COVID, during COVID. I think a lot of people's stories start there, like real choice to do something this big. For me, it started there. And when I was, trying to narrow down what region I would want to search for a chateau in, I realized I didn't even know France at all. I knew a little bit Paris and maybe
either.
Okay, maybe Cannes, or Cannes. So I was like, all right, the first thing I got to do is narrow it down, or else, I mean, it's a needle in a haystack. You are there are chateaux everywhere.
Okay.
Different, as you know. I mean, from the stat that I was given was 43,000 chateaux in France, not for sale, but somewhere between 43 and 45,000 chateaux here, and I mean, it would be categorically categorized as chateau. So I needed to narrow down the region, and I learned so much on that trip. So the first thing I did is just rented a car. I took the train from Paris to Tours, because that is sort of Chateau Alley, Chateau Central.
There's a lot of castles there.
And the Loire Valley has that white tuffeau stone, which is...
Like you like.
I love it. And I think that's what most, certainly romantic American women think of when they think about chateau. I don't think they think about the medieval chateau as much as the
Templar ones
fairy
and the
tale.
ones.
Yeah. That's
the Renaissance chateau.
That was not going to be my path for sure. I didn't want a low ceilinged stone fortress.
Yeah, the old ones. Yeah,
I didn't want a fortress. I wanted something whimsical. So I rented a car and I said, well, let's just start in the Loire Valley, which I did. And I wanted to stay in the chateau, the ones that were open for B&Bs or hotels, stay there. So to get a sense of, do I even could I see myself living in something this large, and how would I handle it, and what does it feel like? And also to visit the ones that are famous around, as we talked about earlier. And the main thing is recognizing that the kinds of materials, and makes sense, that the chateau in those certain regions are specific, they're made out of the materials that are easy to get from that region. So whatever's mined from that area.
Locally, yeah.
It's like Toulouse, things down in Toulouse are more have some terracotta influence, they have more pink tone to them. The stuff down in the Mediterranean has much more terracotta. And the stuff up in Normandy and Brittany is stone and wood and half timbered and heavy darker browns up north. So this Loire Valley area had that tuffeau light, and the proximity to Paris is important too. I wanted to be within like an hour and a half. I think I kind of am, but more or less.
The train.
On the train, it's still a 3 hour. It's still a 3 hour trip.
Well, so you've been around for a little less than a year, I think.
You mean?
In France, sorry, yes.
Yeah, I moved officially this January, so not even 6 months. 6 months?
Yeah. You've been in France often, but yes. So lifestyle-wise, I know you told me you don't cook, but I mean, have you adopted some of the French dishes already? You told me one.
Camembert.
The French sandwich.
The French ham and cheese sandwich and butter. The butter's the thing. It comes down to the butter.
Yeah.
My daughter and I call it's just a butter delivery system. The baguette is a butter delivery system.
I like that.
And a lot of things in France are just a butter delivery system. So,
so that we feel less bad eating butter because there's something else
It's so
involved.
Good. Oh my God. It really is that much different and so good.
Well, this one's a trick question in a way. Like, what would you say? Because you talk to a lot of people about your adventures, and so what would you say to kind of convince a friend to move to France, and hopefully not the other way around?
A lot of people come to ask me, how do you do it? When you're now publicly visible, there are a lot of people interested in doing something like this, but wouldn't know how to begin or whatever. And I try to be as honest as possible about my experience, but really it's what drew me to France in general is the beauty. Hands down the most beautiful country, I think, collective or holistically beautiful. And I think so much of that has to do with the fact that there's historical significance that wasn't torn down. Anything that was bombed obviously got rebuilt, but for the most part, there's heritage preservation. There's preservation here that doesn't exist elsewhere. And in the U.S., we don't really have this kind of an old culture. So, I think for me, it's about the beauty. Obviously, if you're a foodie and you're a wine aficionado,
It helps.
nothing compares. But that's not my motivation. My motivation was always the aesthetics.
I thought that was a jambon beurre.
Jambon beurre and champagne. Yeah. Oh no!
I can work
jumped
with
it.
that. I can work with that. I can work with the champagne. That's definitely something I can do. Now you're deep into, so you bought your castle. You're deep into the renovations. It's going to be a long project. What's going to be your I made it moment? Would that be like the first pink wedding, or I don't know what moment will you make you think I made it?
Oh God. I mean, life is so full of those sort of milestone moments, but for me, it will be hosting the first big event, whether that's a wedding or luxury princess
or
experience
tasting.
or champagne tasting, like that. But I definitely think when it is to my standard of pretty enough and done enough to share it with people, then I'll feel like, oh my God, super proud.
Yeah,
super
because
proud.
it's not like a your project, it becomes kind of a public, yes. You're sharing that with others.
From what I understand from the few people I've spoken to that know about the Chateau, it really hasn't ever been open to the town or any of the inhabitants of it. There was never an invitation for the local population to come and visit. So that's also another thing. I'd like to be a place.
To open up the place in a way.
Yeah, I mean, it's not historically designated, so I don't have the same kind of like mandates that
that's great.
others do. Yeah, thank God I can do anything I want, but not within reason, obviously. But I think it's one of those, like, it's so pretty. You want to share it with people. I think it's beautiful, and I don't want to just be living there by myself. That was never the goal. The goal is to share it.
Yeah, your daughter is too young to go there, so that you can't drag her along yet.
My daughter's 23, and she's happily embedded in her career in Atlanta. She's an awesome hairdresser, and she's very hip and very cool. And she thinks it's interesting that I'm doing this. Obviously, she's happy for me, for sure. But it's not a place where a young person is going to get their groove on,
Not yet.
Maybe. I think if I could invite all her friends, she might be down. But right now, she's kind of like, "Good for you, Mom." I'll come twice a year, and
I have a good place to stay.
She likes to do her favorite thing now, because I've introduced her to the Emmaüs thrift shop. We thrift shop in the U.S. too, but here in France, it's epic because those Emmaüs. The thrift shops, right? They're everywhere. And you get the best stuff there. Everything from furniture to chandeliers to, clothes. And so we hit up almost every Emmaüs within like 100-kilometer area, and every vintage shop and every flea market. Oh, yeah. And they change it. I mean, they're awesome. That's one of my favorite things is the brocanting and furnishing.
We're big on brocants and stuff. Oh, yes.
The vide grenier, though, not down with it.
Depends. It's harder to find the gems. Yeah.
Oh my God, I've been to quite a few, and maybe it's my region too, because I'm in Northwest France. It's not the most, it's not a brocante heavy area. Maybe because it rains so much. That might be why. Yeah. But I've been to a few that are supposed like 500 participants, and you think, oh, this is going to be amazing. And drive an hour to get to it, and it's just people putting out their old baby clothes on the ground, or some, selling some broken speaker, stuff like that. So I'm not down with that.
Well, speaking of those typically French stuff things.
Segue.
No, not yet. The bureaucracy, because you come from the US, so obviously you've had to deal with a few admin stuff. So far, what have been the biggest administrative hurdle you've had to experience?
I mean, the thing that concerns me the most is the driver's license transfer, because, as you know, the reciprocity is not there. So
Actually, neither California nor Georgia has
no,
the
so
agreement.
I did the shady thing and moved to South Carolina a
That's not
couple of
shady.
weeks before. So that's the thing that I'm most stressed about, which is weird.
Well, for
Because
those
if I
listening,
have to
it's
take
not
that
shady at
test-
all. I mean, if you move states before
Right.
you move to France,
Right.
it's completely okay to do that. And actually, this is kind of a pro tip for those listening. You know, we're not in a state. There's only 18 states that do have a reciprocal agreement with France. So it's very important to look into that because, like you were saying, this is very often overlooked. And when you find out when you're there, often
Up without a paddle. I mean, the thing that concerns me the most is not only do you have to, take the test, but you're taking it French, and in a manual car, and I don't drive a stick.
Oh, we do have.
You
There's
have
actually two
automatics?
licenses. Yeah, you can drive automatic, but then you have an automatic only license. Then you cannot drive a manual.
Well, because I can't anyway, so I'd be
Well,
okay
good.
with that.
But
Good to
yeah,
know.
There's a test for that. Yeah. there's
Oh,
specific one.
really?
Yeah.
Pro tip. But
But those who
you
have an
still to pass
agreement,
the
though,
written
there's
in
no
French.
test. I mean, if you have a South Carolina,
Yeah.
then it's just paperwork. It's just an exchange. There's no test involved.
Yeah, I haven't heard back from them, so I am.
Okay, wait, the DMV.
What do you call it here? What's the motor vehicle
Oh,
office here?
ANTS, but it's not.
Oh, yeah,
ANTS. ANTS.
Ants, yeah. The first thing I heard was they had no idea who I was. I think that was that one. And I'm like, what? What are you talking about? So I had to resend all the paperwork. So that is something I've had to do at every step, which I was sort of prepared for because you don't do something like this without having research and, watched your webinars and other people that had many consultations with people to, you want to be as informed as possible. So I was prepared for some amount of the bureaucracy, but I don't think anything really prepares you for it until you do it.
Oh yeah, well,
And then you're like, okay, that's
it's
just
all
dumb.
about that, isn't it?
Oh my God. I mean, there are so many things that I think, okay, you just have to be cool with it, but they just seem like they make zero sense. And so, again, you just go, yeah, that's what I signed up for, and everybody knows it.
No one's loved the paperwork. I mean,
Even the
natives,
French don't
yeah,
love
we
it.
don't like it. Yeah.
And it seems as if, one division or one person, depends on who you get to be looking at your paperwork, and it seems as if I mostly get things which is like, we don't have these documents, which they do, they were sent. So it's resending those. It's not to get flustered.
Yeah, it's an art form. Yeah, dealing with the French bureaucracy or bureaucrats. Yeah, and patience is a virtue.
And trying not to I have a tendency to go, what? That's ridiculous. Of course, because I follow every step and I usually am, check, double check, triple check
I was saying,
on my
like
document.
you cross the T's and dot the I's.
100%. 100%. And I'm working with, an immigration person, as you know. And so, I want to make sure that I'm doing it right. And then inevitably they will send me a document that says, we're missing your birth certificate or missing
Which you
some.
did send, but they
Yeah. But so then you wonder, well, how did that get lost? But the thing, so far, I just got approved of my carte vitale. So that's
good.
That's a good thing. And again, they were missing.
Which is
My
French
document.
healthcare for those listening.
Yes. And I don't have it yet. I got to go. This is the other thing. Okay, they send you a letter that says, okay, yay, you got this thing. And in 6 weeks, you will be able to go online and do this thing. And you're going to need the secret code, which is in this letter. But you don't have the other thing, which is the actual card, but you need the card in order to do that,
Yeah, it's like an escape game.
Oh my God. Same thing with the banking, as you help people with that too. It's like you need to have an address, but then you can't have an address and you have, all those things. I mean,
it's very often a catch-22, yes. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean, I could talk about the bureaucracy, and I've just really started. So I'm sure it's going to get worse.
To be fair, it's kind of the first year that's pretty much eventful, but then it gets super quiet afterwards because once you're into the system,
okay.
Well, you're into the system. Apart from the taxman, you don't hear from anyone else.
Okay.
Well,
I'm looking forward to that.
Once you're in, you're in.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that.
It's getting in who is, a bit of a. Actually,
that's why you need help. I do. I'm an
too.
easy button pusher. I'm like, oh, he can do that for me? Okay, great. Let's just sign it. Let's do that.
Well,
I'm the perfect.
I always say that, I'm always happy to help people completely for free if need be.
Yeah.
But also, I always say, for those who can afford working with someone to seek assistance, well, do it, obviously, because you're making your life easier.
It saved me so much stress. I mean, I also know that about myself. I know where my limits are. And if I had to worry about every single detail of insurance, for instance, or even like, Alex, who helped me buy my van,
Yes.
my white van.
The van delivery. We had to negotiate with Morgan because she wanted something a bit fancier, but it's like, oh, well, you're gonna have to mow the lawn and stuff, so you need a van. Yes.
But he did everything.
That was not a good, this is not good advertisement for us. We were selling you the van instead of the cabriolet thing.
Yeah, no, but I needed it. But it is funny now that I drive a van. I have to take my own trash out.
Well,
they don't come to
big.
my house to get my trash.
Yeah.
I have to take my trash off property.
You'll get a convertible eventually. Eventually.
I think I'm going to be in some sort of Range Rover or something like that because I need a four-wheel drive. There are too many potholes, too much muck.
SUV is a good in-between. Good. I have something because I think we are for a bit of a lighter tone because we just spoke about French bureaucracy.
Oh yeah, we're lightening a tone. Okay.
Yeah, so the quick fire round of questions which I like to just test the waters with you a bit, Are you the kind of girl, croissant or pain au chocolat?
I would have said pain au chocolat before.
Oh.
But now I think I'm a croissant person. I do.
Okay, well, it's great. Pink or gold?
Gold, I think, actually. I shocked you there. I shocked you there, didn't I?
I honestly didn't know what to expect. Well, I know the answer. I think this one. You're hosting a Chateau party.
Yes.
Are you going to invite, who's going to be the co-host, Ken or Barbie?
Okay, we're going to talk a little bit about this. We're going to talk a little bit about this because I mentioned to you, and I think it's interesting, as a director of that brand for many, many years, the first thing that the ad agency says to you, well, actually the client says to you, Mattel, through the ad agency, is Ken is an accessory. Ken is not a character. Ken is an accessory.
Very empowering.
Because I would keep wanting to put, when you get a storyboard as a director, your job is to, deliver on the board, right? To direct the board, and I would always want to put Ken in the shot, and they're like, yeah, no. Just Barbie. It's Barbie's show. It is Barbie's show, which is
Barbie's
what the movie ended up being.
Yeah.
It's her show for sure because that's who the client is small girls, and they want.
Technically, it's the main character.
Yeah, it's the main
all about,
character. So it would be Barbie.
Yeah, I'm happy with that. Oh, this one. I think I won't like the answer, but are you rather French cheese or American burger?
Burger. I'm a burger. I'm sorry. Sorry. I'm lactose intolerant.
Softer, even the softer voice. We don't hear the answer. Okay, I didn't hear the answer.
Soft, you didn't.
I didn't hear the answer.
I'm not like a crazy cheese eater. I'm so sorry.
Okay, that's the start of an apology. I can accept that. The Eiffel Tower or the Castle of Chenonceau?
Chateau, because it's so beautiful and feminine. Yeah,
feminine,
there are so many chateaux. Obviously, we've talked about that in the region of Loire, like Chambord, for instance, which is a hunting lodge. Beautiful.
From the outside.
Outside, and incredible roofscape of it. It's incredible. And Leonardo da Vinci actually helped engineer Chambord. We're going to have fact check that, but pretty sure. But Chenonceau is beautiful. I think it was owned by, Catherine de Medici.
Maybe.
Yeah. And a long line of mistresses and stuff like that. So it has a very feminine aesthetic, and it's beautiful. It's beautiful. You didn't know that. You don't know a lot of Chateau lore.
Oh, we can't know everything. It's like I was saying, France is a big country to us. So, So, well, you're on social medias, YouTube and others, but so what's the emoji you use the most? Can you do it? The one with the tongue out.
That one?
The one laughing with the tongue out. Okay. I can work
Okay, now I got slobber.
It's funny because we have, the kind of coffee you use, we call that Americano in France.
Oui.
So can I say café au lait or Americano?
I think I'm not a cafe au lait person, really.
Good, good. But Americano would be like just coffee for you.
It's a straight up coffee. It's like brew coffee. Yeah, it's just kind of dull.
Which is like we have the espresso, and then the longer one.
You guys are espresso down here.
Yeah, we are espressos here.
Like the Italians.
Yeah, well, we laid in.
Your
So,
neighbors.
red or white wine?
Champagne. Champagne.
I'd like to say it's the best answer. Okay, but I too, I'm a champagne kind of person, but we love wine as well.
Yeah, I mean,
Let's see
I
how
drink
French
plenty
you-
of it.
Probably too much. Well, more than we should
100%.
do.
Yeah, when you move here, you still feel like you're on vacation, but you're actually not. Like, you would never eat this much.
It's not like holy days, it's holy life.
Yeah. Holy life.
That's
holy life. This is my holy life.
That's it.
I'm living a holy life. Yeah, I would never consume this much, this many baked goods or this much booze in my own country. Probably, it's like woohoo.
Are you turning French? That's a good sign. Let's see how French
Day
you've
drinking.
turned. Do you kiss on cheeks or do you still hugs?
Hugger. I'm a
you're a
hugger.
hugger.
Always have been a hugger. We go in. Now I warn people at least. I'll go, I'm coming in for a hug. I'm coming in. They're like,
But
God.
you've seen how we are.
Yeah, you guys go like this.
When you hugged me, I'm like, yeah, we completely stuck. I'm like,
Yeah, the hands go like this, kind of like, they kind of hover on the outside. Like, am I
robots.
supposed to? Yeah. It's so funny.
we just don't know what to do because it's funny because kissing doesn't seem intimate to us, but like hugging and we don't know what to do with the hands and it looks too intimate to put our hands on your back or whatever. It's like, oh.
Yeah, but I feel the same way when people come, like a stranger comes into
kiss,
my face
yeah.
like that. I immediately,
It's funny.
I
isn't
balk at
Yeah.
it because to me that is way more intimate than something like that.
is
Like
France.
turning your face away from it. But yeah. Yeah. And I don't know, yeah, coming in that close. I mean, I'm trying to do it, I'm doing it, but it does feel awkward to me too.
Yeah, no, well, and vice versa. So I think.
I mean, I like to go in for the hug.
but
no
that's
matter,
a
I kinda
cultural
do-
difference. That's
Yeah,
kind
yeah,
of cute, isn't it?
It is cute.
Yeah,
I think
so-
it's cute.
Well, Morgan, thank you so much for coming. Thank you for your time. Just
Sorry,
a
I went
quick-
off the rails a few times.
Oh, well, and that's all. I mean, that's what it's all about. Just very quickly, if
Yeah.
people want to reach out to you or follow
Yeah.
your adventures, where can they find you?
Well, YouTube is GoGo Chateau, as you've mentioned. Instagram, Facebook, that kind of thing. It's gogo.chateau.
That's how I found you. So
Is it?
yeah, originally, yeah.
Really?
I saw your channel and stuff, and then you reached out. Oh,
No kidding.
Yes.
I didn't know that. I thought I reached out to you first.
well, you did, but I
Oh,
already
okay,
knew.
okay,
I mean,
okay.
I've
I see,
seen
I
you
see.
on social media.
I see. You're everywhere. Fab is everywhere.
Thank you. Well, like I like to joke, hopefully we're fabulous, but I don't know.
You
It
are
sounds a bit
fabulous.
cheeky.
You are fabulous.
So you guys see, and well, obviously, if they want to get in touch, they can follow you on social medias and reach out in the
Yes, of
comment
course.
section.
Yeah.
And we'd be happy to have you around for an update, like a year or two, see how you're doing.
Yeah, we'll
If
see
you're
if
not
I'm
dead
still
yet,
here.
for
Yeah,
like
exactly.
Too much, I don't know if...
Like, come to my wake. No, sorry.
No. Thank you, Morgan.
Oh,
Thank you
my
so
pleasure.
much.
Thank
See you soon.
Okay.